Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Talk Woman to Woman here on IntellectualRadio.com. This beautiful Saturday morning, we have a wonderful guest here with us today.
We are so excited.
Miss Shirley Delma, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
Well, I'm
Wonderful,
awesome.
wonderful,
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for being here and being our guest today.
We are really excited that you're.
Oh, thank you so much.
Seriously, we are, because you know what, you have so many talents, and we just cannot wait to get into and to talk about. You guys are going to be in for an awesome surprise. This young lady, she exudes talent.
Yes, and she's a beautiful person inside
she
and out.
really is. She really is. She's
and
authentic.
we're not just saying that.
No,
our viewers know that we like to keep it real.
Yes.
No, but you really are a wonderful person. So we have a lot to talk about today, and so we'll definitely be getting more into Miss Shirley Delma in a few minutes.
All right, let's jump to some of these beauty and fashion.
Yes.
You had something you were going to say?
No, I was going to say, did you guys have a productive week?
Oh, I had an interesting week. I won't go into all of that, but it was interesting.
Well, we made it to Saturday.
Yes, we did, and that's all that matters.
Matters.
That's all that matters, that we made it to Let's Talk Woman to Woman.
Absolutely.
Right here on Intellectual Radio, which is an iHeart station, by the way. So we always talk about beauty and fashion, and one of the things that we were going to talk about today is the best tips for wearing makeup on the beach. You know,
it is summertime now, and so you can't wear caked up stuff,
Right. But you definitely want to wear a little something because you don't want to scare the little kids away. So wearing makeup.
Nobody.
Really? Oh,
yes.
Okay. Well, that's opinion. So the most important thing is wearing makeup at the beach is usually frowned upon. I wouldn't necessarily say it's frowned upon. I think that you just have to wear it in moderation. One of the things that's very important is that you will always wear SPF. This is sunscreen, and so you definitely want to put the SPF as you're applying your makeup. Another thing, and before you apply your foundation, you want to put there's a lot of foundations that have SPF
and moisturizers as well.
Yes, so you want to. It's important to apply it generously before at least 20 minutes before you apply your makeup, the SPF. Another tip is to go very light on your foundation. Like Brittany, you were saying, you don't want to cake it on. You're not doing a photo shoot. You definitely want to wear it very light. And you don't want to wear anything that's thick and creamy because, of course, that would be a disaster. If the sun is hot, you're going to look totally crazy.
And honestly, what I do since the summer has been here, I always talk about me having oily skin. I haven't used a makeup brush for my foundation within like the last couple weeks, and I use those little triangle sponges from the drugstore, and I dab just a little bit on, and I can definitely see the difference. Of course, with using moisturizer and everything else, but I definitely see the difference. It's just, I don't know, it's just the application, once it's on, it just feels lighter.
It does. I used a brush today, only because it's a brand new brush and I kind of wanted to see how it works. So I used a brush today, but normally I will use the little.
And you have beautiful skin. You don't wear makeup.
You know what? I'm a lipstick wearer.
We're gonna get into lipstick in a minute.
Yeah. But when I was a kid, I had eczema. So extremely bad eczema. So from the time I was like 13 and 18, I put on a lot of foundation. So the moment most of that eczema started to clear off my face, I was like, I want to let my face breathe and let people see my skin.
Yeah.
And you have beautiful skin.
She really does.
I would not dare go without makeup.
Yeah.
Trust me.
But you have nice skin, so you just don't like the way you look with makeup. But it's not like you just,
I do have beautiful skin.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop. I do. Why? She can say, but I'm
gorgeous.
I'm sorry, Shirley. She likes to toot her own horn every week.
If I don't say it, who's going to say it about me?
Let someone else say it. I just told her. How you know I wasn't going to turn around and compliment you?
You were low-key hate. But anyway. So.
Are you going to finish telling me?
I am.
Okay,
I am. If you leave me alone, I definitely will. Another suggestion is that you wear a tinted moisturizer. You can, which will stand in place of the foundation. So that's another tip.
Laura Mercier has really good tinted foundation. But of course they don't have a lot of different shades, so that's the downfall from it. But they have really good tinted foundation.
Yeah.
And Shiseido does too.
Shiseido. Okay. Another tip is using a bronzer.
Yes, I use bronzer all year round, but during the summertime, it just gives it that extra glow when you have low cut tops or even just your back out. I put a little bronzer on, just give your body that extra sparkle. I love bronzer. I'm here for the bronzer.
Yeah, I like bronzer too.
Do you use bronzer?
I've never used a bronzer before, but you guys can put me on into something new.
Yes. Show that beautiful skin.
Absolutely.
It's gonna make me gold or
yes.
how? Oh,
No, it gives you a really nice glisten, and it complements your. I feel like it complements and enhances your skin tone. It looks, it just adds that extra, extraness to your skin.
A little extraness to your skin. So another tip that they're saying is that if you are all about that glow like we were just talking about, then for the beach, you want to use an illuminator and a highlighter. And I could see that, because I am so glad that they came out, or people are becoming even more aware of the highlighters. I just think if it's applied properly, it really can make a woman just glow. And I absolutely love it.
Exactly.
Powder touch-ups. So we talked about the liquid and everything. I'm more of a powder girl.
Yeah,
Are
me
you?
too.
Do you really?
I like liquid foundation. Powder, I use it sometimes over my foundation, but today I don't have any powder foundation on at all.
Yeah, liquid doesn't seem to work well for me.
I feel like powder doesn't give me enough coverage. And I feel like I constantly have to add extra product on. So I just do liquid and then just keep it going.
So according to this, it's saying that you should avoid the powder products at the beach because it can easily wash off or become cakey.
That's my concern. Could you imagine sweating and you have this powder and this just like clumps just start to form on your face? That is not cute at all. At least if you have liquid foundation, it may be a little oily. You look like you're sweating even more, but I'd rather have that than
But of course, if you're going to spend time on the beach, the most important thing is whatever product that you use, make sure that it is waterproof.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is key.
Eyeliner, mascara, everything.
Eyeliner, make sure. And blotting papers.
Got two big black eyes.
Yeah, right. Like a little
not
panda.
Cute at all.
Yeah, I've had that.
Blotting
like
paper.
a panda.
Like so the blotting papers. Those I don't really use those much anymore.
I don't have to use them anymore. I was just telling my mom that I'm going to do a review on it. I want to make sure I have another week to go before I do a review on it. But lately, the last week and a half, I haven't had oily skin, so I haven't had to use blotting paper. But instead of carrying around those loose papers, just have a small trial size setting spray and just constantly, throughout the day, ever so often.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think so.
So according to this, it says to avoid, when you're wearing lipstick, to avoid glossy or satin formulas. I'm not so sure. A little gloss would be okay because you don't want your lips dry.
But that's what you put lip balm or something on before you put matte. I'm all for the matte. But the glossiness, then you have that white line in between your mouth.
Everybody doesn't have that white line.
And it's just,
that means
I
you're
don't
dry.
know.
If you have that white line, you're dry.
No, it just means it's too much caked up into that little line in between the crevices of your lip.
Yeah.
That's just not cute at all. Well, speaking of summertime,
That's funny.
you can't go out without dressing up your face a little. Even if you don't wear makeup, everybody wear lip gloss, lipstick, something. She just said she doesn't wear makeup like that, but she has on lipstick.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like that just enhances, that just adds the extra touch to your look. You may not be into bright reds or whatever, but we have an array of different options to choose from when it comes to colors.
Yes,
thousands of colors.
Yes, we do.
Here are some of the best lipstick colors for this year, summer 2017. These are the different lipstick trends. Electric orange is a really popular color. I have an electric orange color. People think, a lot of people can't pull that off. I think almost every skin tone can pull it off. It's just about the way you do it. Color is best with matte.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Always line your lips, and then I just feel like, you can either put a lot on where it looks really bold, or you could just put a little bit where it's not as bold. But I feel like any color, any skin tone can pull that up, whether you're white or you're Asian or Mexican with like that reddish tone to African American, just with the olive tone, just anything. I feel like every person could pull off the electric orange. How do you guys feel about that? Because I see your face over here.
Yeah, because I'm mocha, I don't know.
This girl is mocha.
Because I'm more of a mocha, I just don't know how electric orange would look on me.
I think it would look really nice. I have an electric orange at home, and I'll let you try it out so you can see. But I know, seriously, as long as you
is it a matte or
it's matte.
Okay.
As long as you line it up with a lip liner, I promise you, it will not look bad at all.
Well, I'll try it.
Do you suggest like an electric orange lip liner?
Oh
like
no!
Oh no!
Well, I mean, you know what? If you do the same kind of color as your lipstick, all it does just gives it like a really fresh perimeter around your lips.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you look too out there for you, if you line your lips with like a brownish color,
Mm-hmm.
then that would kind of give like an ombre look, and it won't seem so bold.
Yeah, I like the ombre look.
I do too.
Yeah, and then with the matte, it has great pigmentation with it as well. So I think that it'll be nice. Fuchsia pink is really nice.
Pink is my favorite.
I love fuchsia.
Yes, I love fuchsia. Only thing about any type of pinks, reds, oranges, so anything with that yellow or reddish hue in the background, it can make your teeth look a little more yellower than usual. That's the only thing.
The assumption is that your teeth are already yellow. Really? I don't know.
Everybody does not have starch white teeth, so I'm just saying it could look yellower. I didn't say just it could look a little more yellower than usual.
Yellower. I don't even know if that's a word.
Well, it's gonna be one today. But yes, fuchsia pink is great for all year round. You can dress it up and make it go cute during the fall, during the winter. You can definitely, summer is obviously great, and spring as well. I think, pink is that extra pop. You can wear with any color.
I love pink.
You can wear it with yellow, green, black, gold. It just goes with, it's almost like another nude to me.
I love
pink. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it does compliment people with a brighter skin tone, but I feel like it still looks good on everybody.
Yeah.
Deep plum, surprisingly, when we think of summertime, you only think of like the bright colors, but deep plum is something that's really nice. Like you have a really pretty color on now.
Matte.
Yes, and it's great for the summertime, and that color that you have on now, that can also go with anything, even if you had like a bright red dress on, I feel like that color would go nice with that.
I agree.
So yes, glitter lips. Now, according to this list here, glitter lips are really huge during the summertime. I've seen people with glitter lips, and the reason why I'm disagreeing with this is because what I've seen thus far. Now, yes, I've seen people with glitter lips and it's really nice, but I just think people just don't know how to apply it. It does not go well with what they have on. They'll have pink glitter lips with some type of sequence, something, and it's just always too much.
I do not think that's cute.
I'm not discriminating on the size of lips, but I think glitter lips are not good on a person with fuller lips. I just do not think that's cute at all. If you have the little slit lips, I think that's not as bad. Maybe like a little metallic color. Now, if you don't like glitter, metallic colors are definitely in. MAC, they have a whole line of metallic colors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but the glitter lips, in my opinion, stay away from it. My favorite color, as I talk about this all the time, is nude. I love light colors. I like my nail polish to be very light pastel colors. I like lipsticks to be light nude colors. Nude is always a trend. It goes with everything. It goes great with smoky eyes. If you like to wear dark eyeshadow or just dark eyeliner, it goes great with that. I have on like 3 different types of nudes now with a lip liner. It just goes with everything, and it complements every skin tone. I'm just telling my mom, she's always saying, "Oh, this color, I don't think it's nice because it goes with her." We'll just say mocha skin tone, but I mean, I feel like it's all about the lip liner and how you apply it. And I tell her that any color will look right on her. But like the color she has on now, she didn't think it was going to look right on her. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. See, now she just said herself. But yeah, so and it comes with so many different colors, but I just love that ombre look. You can pair it up with any color lip liner and it'll go cute. nude? How do you feel about nude?
You know what? I just got put onto nude like this past year, and I'm like, I really like it. I remember
beautiful.
for a photo shoot, they had me try it on. I was like, oh, where have I been?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then if you do like a matte nude lip and then pair it with like a soft pink lip gloss, it's really cute.
Yeah.
Really cute. Baby blue is a weird color that's on this list, but it is yet one of the prettiest ones apparently. It's really
Is it
popular. It's been very popular.
I don't know if I would wear baby blue.
Well, it goes on to skin tones. I think people who have more fair skin tones will look right with baby blue.
I would agree.
And it's always about how you wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another thing I think, I noticed sometimes people with darker pigmentation on the lips, it looks better on them too.
Yes.
Because I remember my lips is a little lighter than, a family member of mine. She put it on. It looked amazing on her. And then I tried to put it on. I was like, oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would just rock baby blue. I'm not a big blue person, period.
Mm-hmm.
But I have seen people rock this color and it looks very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So it is for people who have more open-minded personalities and they're willing to try anything.
Okay.
Rosy nude is more of like a pinkish type of nude.
I could see that.
That's
I could
cute.
definitely see that.
And that goes for all year round, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so. Playful purple is a strong eye-catching color, definitely a must-have for a hot summer days, perfect for any skin tone and any hair color. The rest of your makeup can be in, it can be minimal, and that color would give that great pop. I was looking at an old picture of myself the other day, and I had like a really bold, darkish kind of purple on, and it really made my skin pop, my eyes pop, just everything. I was like, oh, I was cute that day.
Oh.
Last but not least, two-tone lips. That is definitely a big trend where you have like the orange that fades into like the red, or the pink that fades, or the red that fades into the pink. I think it's really cute. That's definitely a trend, and I think it's cute for the summertime as well. So those are the lipstick trends for this summer 2017. Tell me what you guys think. Comment, like, don't like. Yeah, just let me know what you think.
Okay. You have something on Madonna before I talk about this pastor?
So Madonna is our woman of the week. She recently opened up a pediatric surgery, a pediatric center at Mercy James Institute. And she has, she's helped out with other different health. But she's always been open about adopting children from other countries, this, that, and the other. And I thought that was just so nice. She's been adopting, little black kids from Africa or whatever. But I thought that was so nice for her. So according to CNN, the Institute is the first center of its kind in the African country, and was funded by a charity that she started back in 2000. So first of all, Madonna, like I said, she's been saving the world for a long time now. And I just think that it's just something else that she can add to her list of things that she's done. And thank you so much for not just helping our country or your community, your intimate, community, but helping the world.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Madonna.
Yes.
She got enough money to do it, so go ahead.
So,
Exactly.
Madonna, you are our woman of the week. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but this Florida pastor died from gunshot wounds that he experienced or suffered from 60 years later. According to the news, 77-year-old pastor died from the gunshot wounds he suffered when he was only 19 years old. John Baird was shot in the neck by a friend in 1958 due to an argument. Later, the same gunshot wound has caused his death. Due to the double jeopardy, will not serve any prison time for this because he had been charged and received jail time as a result of the shooting. And so that is just really 60 years.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's unbelievable.
Sad.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Who knew that could,
60 years later. Wow.
Wow.
Right.
That's sad.
Right.
That is so sad.
That is sad.
Well, more on a brighter note. It kind of brought us down there. That's sad though, but more of a brighter note. Now, you like Idris Elba. Apparently, he's saying that he's not getting married again.
He was married. I never knew he was married in the first place.
Well, he was married, and he also said that he, he dated K. Michelle at one point in time, which I completely don't understand that, because he just has this image, and then we see the image that K. Michelle portrays. Not knocking K. Michelle, she's a very talented, beautiful woman, but it's just that image that you portray, it just does not match up with Idris Elba, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. But in a recent interview with Essence, Idris touched on the subject of marriage. Although he's been married twice before, he says the third time won't be a charm because no plans on saying I do ever again. Going to get remarried? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. He said marriage is an institution of sorts, and I've done with it. So, I guess he's gonna just live his life, and just enjoy him. And so anybody who is looking to be in any type of relationship with, looking for anything serious, it's gonna be just relations until he clearly feels like he don't want to do it anymore. He's focused on getting his money and spending time with his loved ones. He's 44 years old, and he said having children has definitely kept him young and keeping him focused on spending as much time with his kids as he can. And he's not focused on getting married anymore. So
I'm going to skirt along the edge on this, but I'll just say that his mother must be mighty proud, because he is a very attractive young man. She produced a very
fine.
Yeah, let's just call it what it is. The man is fine. I'm sorry.
Idris is fine. Okay,
he's past fine.
But you know what? George Clooney said the same thing. Like, he would never remarry.
And George Clooney fine too.
Yeah, George Clooney's fine too now.
And then he wound up getting married. So, maybe he hasn't met that right woman.
You never know. I mean,
I'm married, so I can understand that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be looking for anybody.
Yeah.
Stop. I mean, you know what? Like you said, I don't think, it's not like it's written in stone that he won't marry anybody, but his intentions. And like you said, he's not thinking about marriage right now. And usually those people who it is not even on their mind, somehow somebody will come along, and then maybe 5 years from now we'll see he's getting married again.
Exactly.
Oh, bless his little heart. Bless his little heart. So on another bright note, a Florida couple recently adopted 7 siblings that were separated by foster homes. Wow. I thought this was such an amazing story. Florida couple learned about these children that had been separated, and they were all in various foster homes. And the couple saw the touching story, and they decided that they knew that this was what they were led to do. So they adopted these children and brought them all under the same roof. And I just think that that is a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is.
Very commendable. And I'm just so glad that the kids were able to be reunited, to be raised together. That's an awesome thing.
No, that's awesome. And people, it's so much going on, and we say this all the time, but it's some really good people.
It is a lot of good things that's happening. It's a lot of
7 people?
Seven
children?
7 children.
I mean, just one to adopt one is not easy.
Right.
I mean, I've watched movies and TV shows and stuff, just going through that process of one. It's really tough. And then just to take on a child that is not biologically yours, and just, going that extra mile to do your duty as a citizen to help someone else. I feel like that's just awesome that you could be there for those kids to make sure that they're together. They don't have to be separated.
Yes, but 7. That's great.
I mean, it is.
That's great.
Did they have children of their own?
It doesn't say if they had children of their own, but they knew when they saw the story that they were supposed to do this. And that's just remarkable.
It really is.
That is
I mean,
absolutely
you know what?
remarkable.
Honestly speaking, I don't know if I can adopt 7 people, 7 children, but someone got to do it. So for me to say someone got to do it, that's terrible.
That is terrible. I did better.
You agreed.
Well,
you just agreed with me, didn't she? Agree.
Sure.
She like I'm saying that.
Right. She's looking around.
But that is a lot of kids, though.
Okay,
you have to have a lot of patience.
Yes, you do.
To have
you have
all
a lot
those
of,
kids
to really love
and
that.
Then, and hopefully they're not. How old were they? Did it say?
It did not say.
Hopefully they're not like 15 and nothing like that, because they already kind of set in their ways.
Yeah. But they may all be very good kids.
They
could be all very good
but
kids.
with children, period, whether they're good or bad, you're gonna have some challenges. Exactly. Ain't no child just perfect.
Child, don't I know?
Yeah. Everybody knows, okay?
Don't get me to testify.
Everyone that has children knows. Okay. Or has been a child.
Whatever. No.
Okay, so speaking of this, okay, anyway.
Child.
Anyways, Rob, everyone knows who's on social media. I'm sure you heard of the whole Rob Kardashian and the Black China
That
thing.
is just a mess.
It was a hot mess, but it gave me a lot of entertainment to read. I was reading it like it was a newspaper.
That's
It was
terrible.
just so. Long story short, for anybody who does not know, just a quick story. Rob Kardashian, he caught Black China, cheating on him with this guy called Ferrari True. That's his Instagram page. He's from Chicago, the guy Ferrari. I've been following him for a while now. He's like a model or whatever. She's been cheating on him with the guy, and so he just like blasted her out, calling himself, exposing her.
Wow.
Where he's like posting pictures of her in nude, just different things that she sent him, just blasting her out all on social media. And he posted a video of the video that China sent of her kissing on the guy, just crazy.
It's just so messy.
It was very messy. And then the sisters is telling him, Rob, you need to leave her alone. Don't do this. But he made himself look like a fool, because I am not going to tell the world how this girl just played me. He's been paying for her cars, her houses, all kinds, just jewelry, just everything. Just so, I mean, I wouldn't have told nobody that. Right. Now you make yourself look stupid. But Black China, she done lawyered up, and this past week, she kind of took a break from social media a little bit. Then she finally came back, and she has not said nothing about the incident whatsoever. And she appeared on Good Morning America.
Right.
And she had an interview, and it talks about her feeling betrayed and reportedly mentioned allegedly being abused by Rob, which I don't really believe. But so, she's taking legal actions, and it's been memes all over Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, how literally just a couple of days ago she had like this unicorn type of wig on, and then she had like this bob, when she had the interview, they was calling that the single mother struggle wig. I'm like, y'all have no chill. But it was funny. So, I mean, Black China, in my opinion, she's been all about her coins from day one. I mean, could you really trust somebody her baby father was with your sister? It was just messy from the day one. Right. So, I mean, it is what it is at this point.
Okay, so I know everyone heard about the beach goers, the 80 beach goers that formed a human chain to rescue this family that was drowning. This was actually on Good Morning America. This was an awesome thing. So everyone was at the beach, and they weren't obviously at the same beach with Christy, because.
Did you hear about the Christy story?
No.
Girl.
He banded them from going to. He banded the citizens of New Jersey from going to the beach, so him and his family could be on the beach.
So wow. He said, it just, you can't come. I can. Me and my family could come, but at any rate, that was last week. We talked about that.
Wow.
So this apparently these people were in the water, and they were drowning, and 80 people formed. They locked arms, and they formed a human chain, and they went out into the waters, and they rescued these people.
They stopped the current. From sucking the people in. And I told him, I said, it just goes to show you that when people come together and do good, the remarkable things that could happen. All it does is just take a few people to do some good things. And just imagine, that could have been a tragedy.
Yeah,
exactly. And so I thank God that they were able to be saved, and glad that the people had the wherewithal to come together to do that, instead of, waiting on the ambulance or whatever. Our last hot topic of the day is Jay-Z, announced that he's going on tour. Have you heard the Jay-Z album?
I haven't heard it, but I've heard a lot of reviews about it, and I'm like, okay, let me go get this album.
Yes, he's now on Apple. He's now on Apple Music, on iTunes now. So I was able to listen to it. I just wasn't going to buy Tidal. I just haven't come to terms with doing that yet. Yeah. But anyways, he has announced he is going on tour. He's actually coming to Chicago on December 5th. If anyone is interested in going to see him, I thought it was, of Jay-Z. I like Jay-Z, but I don't know if I'm to that level where I want to spend at least $200 something on a ticket. But to each his own. What I may spend my money on, somebody might not. Someone might think that that's ridiculous.
How bad you want to go?
But the tickets were from at the cheapest I saw was $250, and the highest I saw was $800, and it's at the United Center. And the $800 ticket is like it's not backstage passes with an autographed T-shirt.
No.
That's just the ticket.
No.
So I mean, he had a line saying, "What's I'm gonna quote it now because I don't remember."
Yeah.
But anyways, last but not least about the Carters, Beyonce, she has released a picture of the two twins, Romney and Sir Carter. So I thought that was just crazy. She snapped back. Did you see the picture?
Oh yeah,
her stomach, for this to be just a month or two after the baby, her stomach is completely flat. You thought she'd never had kids ever in life. I mean, that's how I want to be. So Beyonce,
I have some comments, but I won't.
In the middle of the night, she blasted those pictures out. People waking up in the morning like, well, where did this come from?
Oh,
so
yeah.
It was in the middle of the night when she posted those pictures. And now her and her husband, they've been out and about.
Okay. Without
what
further,
is up with you and Beyonce?
It's nothing. I personally don't have anything against Beyonce, but I just think that way too much attention and accolade is given. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
But Beyonce, if you want to use me for any of your, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, listen. Without further ado, we have to bring in this young lady to the forefront, Miss Shirley Delma. We thank you so very much for being here with us. I am excited because you are a woman of many, many, many talents. Before we go into that, when we first met you, a lot of people may not know is this young lady is a correctional officer at a maximum security prison here in Illinois.
Does she look like she would be taking
Let's
on
just
prisoners?
stop there. Seriously, because when she first told me that, I said, did she say what I thought she said? And I asked you, I said, girl, what was your first day like? I would have been balled up in a knot crying.
I immediately thought of Orange is the New Black. And I was just
but she is in, we're not going to say where, but she is, in a maximum security facility here in Chicago or Illinois, I'll say. And so I definitely want to all of the accolades for that. You are a real MVP as far as I'm concerned, because I know I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But in addition to that being what you do right now, you have so many talents. You are a model.
Yeah.
You are a photographer. And you are a songwriter.
Yes, I am.
You shared with us your latest song that you had written. Not only did she write the song, but she sang it as well. And the girl she can sing. She can sing. So she has a little bit that she's going to play for us.
Yeah, I'm really shy, y'all. So.
No, you're not. Go ahead. First, tell us a little bit about the song.
Okay. The song I actually wrote about a couple of years ago. And it's basically like a pileup of every single relationship I've ever had, whether it's been a relationship with a guy or a relationship with friends or even relationship with family. I feel like when you're too kind, people take your kindness for weakness.
Yeah,
and
so true.
And it's crazy that you can do so much for people, because I'm the type of person, I give the clothes off my back.
Yeah.
But what I'm learning is appreciate that.
Right.
We live in a selfish world and people are all about them. So I took all the pain and the emotion and everything that I was going through, and I put it down into a song, because it's not just about a relationship, because even though it's a woman singing to a guy, it's not really about like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. It's just overall people treating people like a human being. Don't treat me like beneath you. This world, don't walk all over me, don't trample me, don't hurt me.
Respect
me. And you know what, I can definitely understand where you're coming from, because we run into people who, just being an entrepreneurship that have on a success level than we are, or have been doing this longer than we have, and then they kind of just feel they have this aura, or they just feel as if that they're just better because this is where they are in life. And it's like, well, honey, you had to go through certain things to get to where you are now. You had to start from somewhere. So it's like for you to feel that, like I totally understand where you're coming from. Just when with women, men, or like you said, in romantic relationships in general. So I understand. What got you to even go into songwriting, and like what made you even wanted to do that in the first place? Because I'm not creative enough to come up with a song.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got some stories in my head, but I can't come up with no song. So how did that even come about?
I grew up with very humble beginnings. My father didn't have too much money to get me a whole bunch of toys. So I used to go to work with him, and, he would give me a notebook pad, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this? I'm like, I want toys. I want Barbies. But every time I got a hold of a Barbie doll, I would shave the hair off. I would cut off the hair of the Barbie. And, finally my dad was bringing me to work with him when I was a kid. He gave me a notebook pad. At first I was drawing, and then, this was when I was like 7 years old. And then by the time I was like 11, I remember this girl group, they asked me, hey, we're forming a girl group, do you want to, sing this song with us? And I was like, okay, and then it started from there. And then all of a sudden I got a bright idea. I was like, you know what? I'm always listening to the radio. I'm always jamming. I'm always, glued to the radio. Let me start writing my own songs. And it began like that. I just started, I just learned. I would get CDs from Best Buy, and I would look at how they put the songs together. I'm like, oh, the chorus, the bridge, and the verse. Okay, let me study how they're putting the songs together. And I used to go to the library, and I would print. I could find Jay-Z, Tupac, Madonna, and I would just look at how they put their songs together. And it became an obsession, and it's still carried on to me to today. So,
and you know what? I don't know if you guys seen All Eyes on Me, but at the beginning of the movie, when Tupac was a kid, his mom for Christmas gave him a notebook and a pen. Wow. And so that honestly reminded me of that. And you see where his career took off. Exactly. He's still a legend 20-something years later. Wow. Exactly. So, I mean, that's powerful. Being a kid is like, I don't want this. Like, exactly. What is this? But, look what that has embedded in you.
Yes. Exactly. Give us a little bit of that.
Okay. All right, guys.
Tell us what the name of it is again.
The song is Peasant. And I'm hoping to submit it to somebody like a Rihanna. But if she doesn't pick up the song, I'll give it a couple months. I may just drop it on the radios. And
girl, with yourself.
The world listen
let's
to
hear
it.
What you got?
All right. Cut it on. Did it die on me? Hold on.
That's okay.
Yeah. It's coming back on. It powered off,
So when did you write this song? While we're waiting on that, when did you write this song?
Like, I would say exactly 2 years ago. Okay, cut on, guys. It took a little, sleep, but
that's all right.
Here it go.
Know that I'm not insecure. Maybe I am. I'm afraid you'll tear me down. The cliff you found me hanging on. He left me there to drown. Said he said he'd never leave. I was dust in the wind. I went searching for my soul. Fell right in the pit. I was begging for true love. I was blind in the mist. You came running next to me and you found.
That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get. No, you know what? When you first let Brittany and I hear it, I told you that even from my generation, it's something that I can groove to, because I'm not into rap or anything of that hardcore,
You're into R&B though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, and that just reminds me of that, and I just, we were privileged to have heard the whole thing, and so yeah.
Now my question is, so I don't know, like where, like. I'll let you go. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I just got so many things I want to say. I'll let you go.
Because not only did you write the song, but you also, you did the lyrics, you sang it. Yeah. And so that in itself is talent. And we talked about you being a model. If you guys can, we'll give all of her social media, because She has pictures up on her Instagram page. She is a beautiful model. And then you are a photographer. So then my question is, how are you able to take everything that is such wide from one spectrum to the other? How are you able to bring those together to make them all work for you?
Well, everything ties together. Me being a creative person, and I love creativity. I love like making what I draw come to life. I like making my visions come to life. And when I got on MySpace, I was like, okay, I would record the little vocals, I would release it, nobody would ever see my face. And then once I got on YouTube, I was like, man, I gotta upload a video. So I got into the whole videography, and I was like, I taught myself how to do the videos, and then real nice cameras. And after I would take photos, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and learn photography. So I was like, let me be everything that I ever want to be, because you never know when your time ends. And I was like, everything that I want to do, I want to do as much as I can and make an impact in this world before I go, and the music, once it's released, is gonna hopefully be around for a lifetime.
Yes.
And they'll kind of take a life of its own.
Yeah.
I say that all the time, that I want to accomplish everything that God has for me, everything that He has set for me. And I am just so impressed with you. Seriously. I mean, it's one thing to be a model, and then it's one thing to be a photographer, but then it's another thing to be a songwriter and someone who does lyrics. So I give you, and you're such an inspiration. You're such an inspiration to those that are looking, at you, because trust me, they are. They're watching you. Yeah. They're watching you.
There's several different stereotypes. I know that you said that you like to inspire people with your vision. There's several different stereotypes that you have with being a model or with being a photographer. Or how are you able to kind of like overcome those? How are you able to manage those different stereotypes that you have with songwriter, or how are you able to manage that?
Well, when it comes to performing and talking in front of big crowds, I get really intimidated. But I was like, I'm learning how to tune out opinions, because I'm the type of person, I'm like a perfectionist. I'm too worried about what people think about me. And I'm like, that's not going to help me. Yeah. That's going to keep me down. And I'm like, I can't worry about what other people think about me. They're living their life and they're enjoying their life. And I'm like, let me do what I enjoy to do and what gives me peace and allows me to sleep at night. And I was like, it doesn't matter what they think about me anymore, because a lot of people, for anything,
because they will see something in you that they wish that they had and that they admire. And so the best thing to do is to come and throw the negative to you. And you're absolutely right. You don't be, persuaded by someone else's opinion.
Exactly.
I could care less what people think about me.
And you know what I think is just because a lot of people, they hold up a certain image because that's what's expected of them. Like you're expected to go to college or just all different type of things. You're expected to look, act, dress, speak a certain way from, family members, this, that, and the other. And just to be able to let go and just focus on what you love and focus on what makes you happy, I think that's remarkable. And, it takes a lot. It takes courage to be able to forget what people say and forget what people want to think, or think how you should act or do, this, that, and the other, because I think you said your father wasn't really in agreement with you.
Job.
Right.
He did not show up to the academy graduation. He was like, what? He was just so hurt that I had to take that job. But when I graduated college, nothing was hiring. And I went to college for to pursue my music business. But when I got down there, it was like, it wasn't like a Berkeley or a Columbia. And I ended up, changing my major because I was intimidated by the business classes that they had. And I was like, okay. And I got out of college in 2008. The market crashed. And I'm like, I was working and 50 cents after college with a degree. And I was like, I got to do something because I want to get out my dad's house. I want to get a car. And, at that time, my friend worked there first and she told me that they're hiring. And, I was like, what? I'm going in there with God,
I know, that's right.
And I was like, I just took a chance. And I'm like, And I was like, I'm going to use the money that I get from that and invest it into my music and my business. And that's all I've been doing, is just taking every little coin, penny I get and putting it back into what I love to do.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. You have a tendency to downplay your courage, because we met you at the Women's Black Expo.
Yeah.
You came up to us and introduced yourself.
Yeah.
So you have far more courage, and you know it's there. It's there. So we would not have met you if you had not walked up to us and introduced yourself. And I'm so glad that you did, because we've done some things together. We're going to do so many other things in the future. So, you know, so don't downplay your courage, dear.
Yeah.
First of all, you have courage to walk in that maximum security. Okay. I don't give a no.
And you know what? You kind of answered our next question, because I was going to ask you, like, what are you doing to make your dreams come, you know, to become reality? And you just said that, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get where you're going.
Yeah.
And just because you may not like what you're doing, but you, like you said, you're feeding into your dream.
Exactly.
And that's what's most important. And that's big. And so just to keep your eye on the prize, and to not get distracted by the naysayers or what's going on at the job, or, oh my God, I hate this place, I don't want to work it. But you're keeping your eye on the prize of what's most important. And I just love that about you. You have so many different avenues, but it's all under expressing who you are and letting people know who you are, whether you're in front of the camera, behind the camera, on pen and paper, or, you know, with a mic in your hand, you know. And so I think that's just awesome.
Yeah, that is. So what exciting partnerships or projects can we look forward to seeing?
Well, aside from me working on, you know, this songwriter's demo to get it out to the world,
and we just gonna bless and say that
it is already done.
Gonna blow up eventually. I have, you know, accessory lines that I'm working on. Me and my guy, you know, we just did a fitness DVD, you know, because I'm into health and, you know, being healthy too. So it's just like, you know, I'm in a box. I'm like, I love creating. Any chance I get to create, it's like I love it, and I get a joy from it. Like when I get up every morning, I'm like, God, what am I gonna make today? I just love being a part of creating something beautiful and positive for people, a little part, and learn from it, you know. And I love giving people advice, whether it's friends, and I always encourage all my female friends, you know, work on being an entrepreneur, work on having something that's your own, that you can put your name to.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I do. I think you're such an inspiration.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys inspire me. I was like, I love seeing other women do good things and positive things, and I feed off of that energy. You know, I think that's the problem with most women. We're too busy hating on each other. We need to come together and support each other's visions
and celebrate. Exactly. And we've come together on some great collaborations, and we're going to do far more, you know. And that's, and you, because Brittany and I, we talk about that all the time, that, you know, women have a tendency to just be so negative towards each other. You know, it's so much out here for us all to benefit from, and for us all to be successful. There's no reason for me to hate on you.
Or they may not be hating, but they'll support, or they'll want to work with you, but they have like that underlining motive.
They have a hidden agenda
that comes with that. And it's not like, you know, it's not like, we're not saying it's not out there, but a lot of times you run into people who aren't as genuine. And, you know, who just sincerely want to see the next person succeed.
Right.
And that just goes with the whole scenario with the people in the ocean, you know, at the beach. You know, it's remarkable things happen when people come together and do things for positive reasons. And, you know, it just speaks to what you're doing, and the fact that you and your boyfriend, you guys are collaborating together and doing things. And I feel like that's awesome. It kind of reminds me about how we, you know, collaborate and do things. And, you know, you have naysayers, or, you know, you shouldn't go into business with your family, or you shouldn't go into business and mix love, you know. Forget what they say. What are you doing?
If it's working.
Exactly.
You know if it's working, then work it.
Exactly.
You know, if it's working, because no two situations are the same.
Exactly.
You know, people have said, oh, you know, you're going into business with your daughter, or, you know, they may say to her, you're going into business with your mother.
And honestly, we've gotten more positive feedback from it than anything.
As being a mother, you know, daughter, ultimate mother.
But I think that's wonderful. So, you know, let the audience know, how can we find you if they want to get in touch with you, whether it's the photography, songwriting, maybe they went through a breakup, they could sing, they want you to just write out their feelings or just, modeling gig, how can we get in touch with you?
Okay. I got my Facebook page, which is Sheshell. It's an accent mark over the E. So it's SHE over the E, SHELL, or Sheshell85 on Instagram. And I have the Sheshell photos on Instagram, www.sheshellphotos.com. And that's my photography page. And yeah, and my YouTube is Sheshell. Yeah, I'm using that name all the way around. And Twitter, I go by Music Maniac. That was the original producer name when I started making, let me come out with a weird name, but they won't know it's me. And Music Maniac was the first name that I was putting out there. But I, my dad, he called me Sheshell. I have a nickname. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me use the nickname that they call me. I don't have a middle name. I've adapted that to my middle name now.
We did not mention that you are originally from Haiti.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to say, I think that you are an amazing young lady. You are so talented. Like Brittany said, I can't sing. Well, at least I think
She can't.
Oh. It's okay. You know what? I feel like I can't sing, but it takes practice.
That's an opinion that doesn't matter. But to have one talent, is one thing. But to have three major talents is an amazing thing. And I know that there's nothing but the best that's in store for you. You have such a beautiful spirit, and we can definitely have you on again, and once the song
You'll
is
be telling
really
us
out
that
there.
your song is on playing on the radio somewhere.
Yes, absolutely. That the song is played on the radio. But if you need a singer,
can be in the background like shoot.
Not us.
Do you have any encouraging words or just anything that you just feel like you just need to just say?
Never give up hope. Because I've been through a lot in these past few years of my life, personally, I was involved with accidents where I was hit 3 times in a 1.5-year span. And then, it's just like, serious. When I was going through what I was going through, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get up. And each time I get up, I'm going to be stronger than ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, as long as I'm alive, I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not giving up, and I'm gonna give it my all. And I was like, maybe that's my wake up call to do what it is that I need to do, because I'm like, shift my mind. Like, you don't have that much time. You don't know how much time you have on this world. We all have a work to do, and I'm like, what? I gotta do my job, and I gotta, get what I need to get out. So never give up on your dream, and don't let other people make you give up on what you wanna do in life.
I totally agree with that.
Absolutely. So don't give up. If you didn't take nothing else from this show today, do not give up. And what you say, don't let nobody else make you give up on your dream, because that's your dream, not theirs.
So I totally agree.
We thank you so much for being here today on our show. You just been giving us just so much inspiration. You gave me so much inspiration. You
guys inspire me.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I mean, we feel like we just, but thank you. Thank you so much. For just really quick, we have a new social media page. We have a new Instagram and a new Facebook page. Let's Talk Woman to Woman Radio on Instagram and Let's Talk Woman to Woman. So go like our page. Go follow us on Instagram. Starting next week, we're going to be going live from that Facebook page. So if you do not want to miss out, you want to continue to, watch us on Facebook or whatever, definitely go to our page and like our page and share with your friend, sister, mother, brother, anybody. So that way, you can stay in the loop with Let's Talk Woman to Woman. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.
Yes. And we also are collaborating with Alice Boswell, and you will see an article about Shirley in the Just Me magazine article for July. That's coming out.
Absolutely. So have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, Chicago. I cannot say that enough. Enjoy this beautiful weather. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching Let's Talk Woman to Woman on IntellectualRadio.com.
Thank you, guys.
All right, goodbye.